on the rock, the water and the light of its nature, on a history made of violent contrasts and saving harmonies, man's aspiration towards a good that transcends its own being and with it crowns everything that is merely natural and historical, surrounds and perfects that captivating urban wonder to which we continue to give the beautiful name of Toledo. Quote by the famous Spanish poet Rafael Alberti about the imperial city. Just one among hundreds of other quotes famous writers, historians, and anyone that comes to visit Toledo have uttered. Toledo, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is famously known as the City of the Three Cultures. Within its ancient walls, Muslims, Jews, and Christians share the city for centuries, living with their own traditions in a climate of relative harmony. This legacy can still be seen today in the city's rich and varied architecture. In 193 BC, this ancient city dating back to the Bronze Age was conquered by the Roman Empire, who rebuilt it and named it Toletum. During this period, the city developed an important iron industry that led to coinage. Toward the end of the fall of the Western Roman Empire, Toledo was conquered by the Visigoths in 418, and their king Leovigild established his court here, making Toledo the capital of the Hispano-Gothic kingdom. In 711, the city was conquered by the Muslims, although they never managed to completely subdue it. The walls of Toledo date back to this Islamic era. Its fortified layout is the same as that preserved today. One of the entrance to the city is through the gate known as Puerta de Bisagra. This monumental gate, located in the wall, is the only northern entrance to the city. There is some debate about the origin and age of this gate, which could date back to the Arab or Mudejar period. However, a complete renovation of it was carried out in the 16th century. Next to the Puerta de Bisagra is the church of Santiago el Mayor, built in the second half of the 13th century under the patronage of Sancho II, King of Portugal. And it is one of the clearest examples of the Toledo Mudejar style. Moving up towards the city center, we find the Zocodover Square. Beautifully defined by Julio Porres Martín Cleto as a small Castilian square, a cattle market, a melting pot of languages, a concentration of small businesses, and repeated scenes of celebrations, public performances, and minor provincial vanities. This square was built in Roman times, but its name, Zocodover, comes from the Arabic word meaning market of beasts. And if there is one thing you should take away from Toledo as a souvenir, it's its swords. You can find medieval shops all throughout the city, stocking a wide variety of swords, daggers, lances, and even full suits of armor. Toledo City Council places a seal on all Toledo's artisan products, ensuring that when customers buy an item with the seal, they are purchasing a legitimate piece of Toledo's craftsmanship. One of the most prominent landmarks on Toledo's skyline is its fortress, or Alcázar. The Royal Alcázar of Toledo is a military fortress located in one of the highest parts of the city. Its privileged location has made it a place of great strategic value, and this was understood by the various peoples who settled there. Its name comes from the Arabs, who called it Alcázar, meaning fortress. Its construction began in the 3rd century as a Roman palace. During the Muslim rule, it was used as a fortress, and after the Reconquest, it was restored under the reign of Charles I. Walking from the Alcázar towards the city center, we find the Toledo Cathedral. Known as La Primada de España and consecrated to the Virgin Mary in her Assumption into heaven, it is one of the most impressive Gothic temples in Europe. Built between the 13th and the 15th centuries on the site of an ancient mosque, it is located in the heart of the city. It stands out for its grandiose architecture, its impressive, well-preserved medieval stained glass, and its rich art collection, which includes works by El Greco, Goya, and Velázquez. It is a symbol of Spain's cultural and religious heritage, and one of the country's main tourist attractions. The construction of the Toledo Cathedral is in the Gothic style with a clear French influence. In the center of the cathedral, the majestic altarpiece stands out. Composed of 3 bodies and 5 stepped sections made of polychrome and glittered wood. Designed by Petit Jean. In the center and lower part of the altarpiece is the tabernacle, a large filigree work in glittered wood. Just behind the main altar is what was considered in its time the culmination of the Spanish Baroque, el transparente, or the transparency. It consists of an altarpiece made of Spanish and Genoese marble. In the center of this altarpiece there is an oval window that gives light to the tabernacle. Thanks to the opening made in the vault of the ambulatory, where the glory is represented with all the main saints. Another must-see in Toledo is the monastery San Juan de los Reyes. Constructed by the Catholic monarchs to commemorate the Battle of Toro in 1476, the overall design of the building is the work of Juan. It has been claimed that San Juan de los Reyes is the first monument in Toledo that does not bear the slightest trace of Arab or Mudejar art, arguing that its style belongs to the Great Western Movement that invaded Castile in the middle of the 15th century, the Gothic. A very interesting bridge that crosses the Tagus River and that it should be definitely visited. It is the bridge of Alcantara. From this medieval bridge, you can enjoy a magnificent view of the city. As the sun sets over Toledo, its golden light washes over stone walls that have witnessed centuries of history. From the majesty of the cathedral to the strength of the Alcázar. From the quiet cloisters of San Juan de los Reyes to the lively bustle of the Zocodover square. Every corner of the city tells a story. My name is Alex Moraras. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share, and definitely subscribe to find out more amazing places to visit before you come to Spain.